What's going on, guys? Lighting's horrible. Oh, here you go. I just had a couple of things on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys. Plus, I've been trying to get better at doing this daily content on YouTube. Like and subscribe, bro. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have hotter videos later, things that I really just put together. But these lives, these are basically Facebook posts that I just didn't post on Facebook. Anyway, I have a friend of mine, Rick Rhino. I might tag him in this when I share it on Facebook. And he'll call me out the blue whenever he gets drunk or whatever to irritate the shit out of me. And he'll be like, "Yo, Oak, you got a lot of projects. What's the priority?" And I listen, and he's like, "Yo, I know everything interrelates some way, somehow, but which one is the most important project that you want to push?" And go from there, right? I laugh because it sounds like my Uncle Jerry. Um, but essentially it's true. So give you some examples. Right here, that's a poster for the Limecoin League. Started a whole league, only did one event in December of 2019, but it's really a huge opportunity. Feed a lot of people. Looking for a promoter though, right? Because I'm the paperwork guy. So we still need somebody to promote the event, get the people in the in the field. I could get ESPN and stuff like that, but people still have to talk to the press. Basically, you need a commissioner for the league. I guess I'm the commissioner. You need a whatever that I can't think of it right now. Whatever dictates the league. Okay, cool. So we got the Limecoin League, Pity Picture League. We got No Show Organic Soap Yoda. It's on the label on it because I ain't figured out what to call it yet. But this is a great facial soap. Um, but I ain't figured out a name for it yet. 31st flavor to it. Crusader Publisher, hella books. You know what I'm saying? Written by old times. Um, and you know, still working on getting our businesses in the penny picture stock exchange. Um, in addition, with planning for this trip to Montana to get tribal status so we can start the boarding schools. Um, it's a lot of things that I'm able to do, but I haven't. Um, and what came to my mind earlier today, because I made a post something about um, how guys' main motivation is girls and how they can't get their mind on anything of import because they're worried about girls. And they really need a girl in order to inspire them to do something greater, but girls don't really want to be with them until they're doing something greater. So it's a catch 22 for them, right? And, I don't have a copy of that book. I wrote the book How to Screw in 72 15 years ago. So I didn't understand why guys are so fascinated with girls who want to date you so they can ruin your life, right? Um, but it made me think about a Dave Chappelle quote. Dave Chappelle's quote was China censors their nation, their country. America does the opposite. America gives you all the information, but they don't prioritize it. They'll talk about a stock market crash, a war in Iran or Iraq rather, and give you like 30 seconds of each and then give you 2 minutes of weather and sports. Like there's no priority to the information. It's always just an influx of information. So people take it all with the same level of importance, which is why something that Kim Kardashian does is just as big of a news story as um, whether or not Bitcoin hit 30,000. I remember it was 2 cents in 2008. It was 2 cents. Bananas grow, but there's no sequence of priority. These are what you need to do in order to pursue whatever it is that will make you happy. Um, and I truly believe it's because of how people grow up culturally. Culturally speaking, I remember being a small kid listening to NWA. It was a song, Gangsta Gangsta. And in that song, um, Ice Cube said, "To the kids looking up to me, life ain't nothing but women and money." And I had to be 9 or 10 when that song came out. But I was like, yo, life's about women and money. So we're out here, got money, got girls. You know what I'm saying? Drove cars, got girls. Dress fresh, got girls. Hit the club, crack jokes, got girls. So you got money, you got girls, but you still don't feel sustained. It's like eating junk food. It still doesn't sustain you, you know what I'm saying, spiritually. Like, okay, now what? And 30 years later, even before then, when Ice Cube said that in what, 88, 89, by 92, he was married. You know what I'm saying? By the late 90s, early 2000s, he was fulfilling other goals in his life, and he's still pursuing other goals that make money, but they're passions. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just not about women and money. Because he don't have all the women. I ran into Ice Cube. I ran into Ice Cube at a club. I can't remember the name of the club, but it was downtown Chicago. For those who from Chicago, tell me the name of the club in the comments. It was on Ontario and LaSalle. I can't think of the name of it for nothing. Like 2 blocks away from Rock and Roll McDonald's. And I ran into Ice Cube in the VIP, and it was a crazy story because Ice Cube was way shorter than you can imagine. Dude, like 5'4", 5'3", 5'4". So I didn't even know it was Ice Cube. I'm just in VIP dancing with this girl, and I'm cracking jokes. I'm like, man, shorty, dude, like a short ass Ice Cube. She's like, oh man, that is Ice Cube. She was dancing on me, hopped off of me, stayed on cue, started popping. So I was like, wow. So it was two other girls sitting at a table. I walk over to the table with the girls, like, what up, cuties? Like, man, what's good? I'm like, man, I'm just chilling. I think old girl left me for Ice Cube. They looked up like, oh, that is Ice Cube. Both girls left me. Now Cube got three girls dancing around it, but Cube is not moving. And I remember going up and I was trying to crack jokes. So I'm like, man, Cube, you taking all the girls. He's looking at me. And that's all I know is he had two huge security guards with him, like big bodybuilder looking dudes. And it's funny because it's hot as all outdoors. It's hot as Hades in that club. And Cube got on a black t-shirt with a black jacket and a black White Sox hat, and the security got black long sleeve t-shirts on with black skull caps. It's hot as Hades in that club. But he's sticking to the script, right? He on cold. That's what made me say he looked like a short Ice Cube, because it was just like Ice Cube, but it was Ice Cube. And then I was like, yo, Cube was good. He was like, man, I was like, what you in town for anyway? He was like, I'm just in town to film the movie Barbershop. It come out like this August or something like that. It was summertime when I ran into him. Then the movie came out and all my friends was in it except me. I ain't understand how I missed it. Shout out to Kanto, man. He did a good job. Poster boy for the movie. Um anyway, so if life ain't nothing but women and money, Q went on the women. Q seemed to be very satisfied with, you know what I'm saying, with the wife he got. I can't never say the man, like, I ain't see it. I ain't see him looking up for the women and the money. He wasn't even drinking. Like, he wasn't splurging no money. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying, bringing attention really to himself. He wasn't making it rain. You know what I'm saying? All three girls was hot. The girls I was dancing with and the two girls at the table. All three girls was hot. He wasn't trying to take no girls with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pay attention to him like that. But we partied in VIP for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Didn't see the man even approach, like, even entertain their advances. You know what I'm saying? So even didn't believe life was nothing but women and money when he came into his maturity. You know what I'm saying? Um, he prioritized, right? So even his priorities change as you get older. Um, what I have noticed in the last 2 weeks is how my priorities need to change. Now on the business side, my plan is my plan. Um, you know what I'm saying? We got the publishing. For publishing, it's already done. The books are already printed. The distribution is already there. You know, everything's about marketing with that. Books and music to a certain extent is something that when you get popular, you get hot later, people go back and they check out your whole catalog just to check out um how you got to that point. You know, I don't care if it's Mein Kampf or the Bible or the Iliad and the Odyssey. There are books that as long as you have had the product, people will always go back, you know what I'm saying, just to read the timepiece. So I'm not really concerned about the publishing. You know what I'm saying? My only concern is the inventory because it is what it is. And people could grab the ebook. I ain't even got to be involved in that. Um, Everything else that I do takes cooperation, right? Because you can't be all things at all times for all people. Just because I can create a sports league, do the paperwork, do the tax information, get the listing on ESPN. I can do that. That doesn't mean that I can get 200 people to come to my event. There's people who have the charisma and they say, yo, let's go here. And 200 people will follow them wherever they go. There's a team of two or three people that can pack Chicago Stadium. You know what I'm saying? If the right person promote the event and you can get 45,000 or whatever it is, 15,000, whatever people to come see Beyonce because that's their gift. But it takes so many other people to make the Beyonce concert what it is for them to promote to do as such. There's a difference between the type of promoter that can get 20,000 people to a Chris Brown concert versus the type of promoter that can get 250 people to come to a, um, a Jada Kiss concert at the Shrine or something like that. Um, but then with all that being said, could Jada get 250 people to come to his own concert? Like if you told Jada, yo, bro, you got to sell 25 tickets to perform, could Jada do it? You feel what I'm saying? So everybody has a role to play. The bigger the project, the more moving parts that you have. And then you have to prioritize what's the number one moving part. But the biggest thing to prioritize is who do you deal with? If I had any advice for 2021, it's simple as this. Don't prioritize people that prioritize sex. Don't prioritize people that prioritize sex or relationships in general. Because as soon as they find a relationship, they're going to be useless for everything else. I promise you that. I have seen it too many times. I have seen girls become absolutely useless once you pop the seal. She be doing your taxes for 2 years. As soon as you be like, man, girl, you do great taxes. Take this weenie. The next day she forgets how to count. I ain't gotta do taxes. I ain't your slave. I have seen guys be stand-up dudes until his girl come in the room and then turn to straight noodles. Just no backbone. You know what I'm saying? I've been involved in ventures, business ventures with dudes. Like, man, do your part, I do my part. We're gonna eat at the end, man. Peanut butter jelly. Let's get this bread. As soon as they get a girl, they forget they the jelly. Like, girl, like, man, bro, I can't. My girl tripping, man. Dude, really? So that means you prioritize your girl because it's not that you prioritize um the money because when people hustling is your job. So if you I don't care, just to use an analogy, if you're on the block, if you're a block dude and you sell loose cigarettes, weed, water, uh candy, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? If that's your hustle and you meet a girl and you quit hustling, you basically just quit your job. You know what I'm saying? There's no time you gonna tell your employer that? Like, yo, man, I can't come to work these for 2 days because my girl just want to cuddle up. And I'm seeing people do that. And I'm like, dude, you missing out on the money so you can cuddle with a girl who, as soon as you finish cuddle, wants you to have some money. Like, so don't prioritize those type of people. They may be quality, they may be qualified, they may be the best of what they do, but they still not. You still can't work with them. There's a reason that there's somebody out here that plays basketball better than LeBron. Guaranteed. Bigger, stronger, faster, better jump shot. Looks better doing it because LeBron's a great player, but he's not fun to look at. So my wave's coming along too. Um, there's people that can do that, but The stories that I've heard from people that dropped out of college are full scholarships. Like, my mama need me, my girlfriend pregnant, my girlfriend need me. Well, shit, that's even more reason to ride the scholarship out, my dude, and get a degree or try to go pro or something. But you can't even get to the big picture because you worried about the small stuff. You prioritize the wrong thing. You prioritize your mother. You prioritize your girlfriend or the pregnancy or whatever the thing is that took you away from your immediate path, which deterred you from your ultimate goal because you were short time thinking with people who are investing in you in a long term process. It ain't even that long term, 3 years. Ain't even that long term. But people don't have that type of diligence, determination, or for vision a lot of times. And a lot of times people go around the wayside. So um, that LeBron James doppelganger somewhere will never be seen because whatever he prioritized, it wasn't that. And didn't have people around him to keep his priorities straight. Anyway, so that's all I was. There's a lot more I could say about that, but that's basically my thought on it. My thought, if I had to the quotes of the day for me is Dave Chappelle saying that Americans get flooded with information, but they don't prioritize any. And Ice Cube, life ain't number women and money. And then you look around and you can tell people who only look for women and money, they haven't even gotten the basics. That's the basics of life. That's like food, shelter, clothing. Food, shelter, clothing, companionship. Money is just the exchange for goods and services. So food, shelter, clothing fall under money and companionship because we're social creatures. So basically, man, y'all looking for the essentials in life, the very basics. So no matter what you tell a person, if they can't get past the basics, they'll never excel to the the height of what they could be. But you know what I'm saying? Life keep moving, so you got to keep it moving too. You know what I'm saying? Love each other as you love yourself. Travel light, feedback, try bar.